So these seats are 15 inches. So what I like to do is make a mark over here. Make a mark over here. And then we're just gonna go all the way across with a parallel line. Then they're basically 16 inches apart. So 16 and 32, we got 48, so it's a even mark. All right, so if you had just one square of plywood, either 16 by 16 or 15 by 16 is what I'm doing, you'll find a center line. So we got 16, so 8's gonna be the center line. So we need a center line. And then we've got a 15 inches here, so we're looking at 7.5 for a center line. So the little notch in the middle, you don't need all of the board, and we want it as light as possible. So we're going to come in 3 inches off of each side. And this is where our notch will start to come back this way. This center section back here, since we don't need the full width, is only be 9 inches, so that's 4.5 each way. So we're going to go 4.5 on one side and 9. Since it's full 9, that's 4.5 each side. Okay. All right, so for this radius back here to go against the tree, you can use a 5-gallon bucket, but I've got a nice round thing about the size of a 5-gallon bucket. We're going to basically take an inch out. And since we know it's 9 inches wide, I want a little meat over here. So we're gonna leave at least an inch right here, and we're gonna leave an inch right here. So from the center line, you're gonna go 3.5 each way. That'll give us a 7 inch, and our radius is gonna go between that, roughly. And you're just gonna center it up and mark that radius, and you can use whatever you have on hand that's about the size of a 5-gallon bucket. So we know that our angle is going to start right here and go up here. I like to leave a little flat here by about, I don't know, an 1.5 inches, we'll just say. Kind of make it up as we go along. Gives it a little bit of originality. We're just going to take a straight edge. We're going to shoot straight toward that. Same over here. We've got our outline. We come in, you got your radius, outline. This corner will bob off later. We don't have to do it right now. So I've changed my mind on this 3 inch. I want a little more meat on the thing, so I'm going to go 3.5 inches instead. And if I just count back over here, 1, 2, 3.5. It'll give us just a little more strength out here. So that's where I'm going to start. I like 5.5 inches in here. We're going to take out. Now what I like to do is just grab you a paint can and center it up. It gives you that nice round radius, and you can mark the good half of it. Then we're going to take our straight edge, and wherever it intersects between our 3.5 inch mark and this radius, we're just going to cut that out, and same over here. Okay, and that'll give us a nice big piece of plywood that we're going to cut away. You're not going to sit there anyway. Your legs are going to come out here. All right. So we're going to measure 2 1/4 from in here, and this is where it's going to bob off. So we're going to do the same thing over here, and we're just going to cut that outside off so that you don't have that poking into your thigh or into your rear end whenever you're trying to sit on it in the woods. All right. Now for our 2 holes that the rope goes through, we're going to come straight off of the back, 8 1/4 and 10 inches. Same on this side, 8 1/4 and 10 inches. And we're going to leave a good 1 inch of meat before the hole. So I'm just going to lay my tape out. We're going from 4 to 3, and from 4 to 3. Kind of the same, 3 to 4 over here, and 3 to 4 over here. Now I'm going to do my trick that I did earlier and just give us a intersecting line. So my hole will basically center on the one line and edge on the other, like that. Center on the one line and edge on the other. And I believe that's a 1/2 inch or 9/16 hole that I've been using. Okay. All right, so there's one last thing I like to do. I'm gonna come 3.5 inches up and 1.5 inches in, and we're gonna actually move these lines. These we can just measure off of. 3.5 inches up. And 1.5 inches in. Get an intersecting line. And what that's going to do is it's even going to lighten it up a little bit more. We're going to go from that line now. All the way for that. And I'm going to still use that other intersecting line. Still leaving that 1 inch of meat. And then from here, we're going to just come back out. And once you get this whole thing done, you lay out one, you got a pattern for the next however many you want to do. All right, so I'm going to make cuts right here, coming straight out, bob that off, come in, bob that off, come on in, and then we're going to cut this out. And at that point, you'll have the main seat. And if you want to add holes in it to further lighten it up, you can, but it only is going to weigh probably less than 2 pounds.
Right.
We're just going to use a jigsaw and cut this whole thing out real quick. And there's your tree seat. We have all of our cuts made, just simple things. We used a bucket here or a lid and a paint can here for these radiuses, and everything else was laid off of the marks that we made. You're going to leave 1 inch of meat between your hole and your edge so that you don't, rip through putting your weight on it. And all we need is these holes here, and it's a functional seat. These little tips right here might try to come off, so I'm just going to knock them off. Just kind of a 45 them off of there, just to make it more durable. And you can sand it, you can paint it, you can do whatever you want to with it, but it'll work. A camp seat, say you have 2 or 3 of these in the truck, you go to visit some folks when they're camped out, you always have a chair. Okay, so I want the 1 inch. We going?
Yeah.
So I want the 1 inch to be on the edge. Need to be on that line.
We're gonna do the same here. 2 more and we'll be done with the seat.
Okay. Now I like a 10-foot piece of rope. This is accessory cord from a climbing store, but you can use the thicker, like a 3/8 or a yellow ski rope. That's fine too. Just something that's not going to stretch much. I have just a figure 8 tied in one end. I like to come through one side, and then we'll form our knot on the other side. Okay. So I walk up to a tree and I pin it so I can use both hands. I come through the bottom. Hold up all your slack so your rope doesn't fall. It just makes things awkward. And you can leave it where you can just quick release it if you want to. And you're ready to hunt. You're ready to shoot the bull with your buddies. Drink some cold beverages. I use a pad on top of there, one of those closed cell foam ones. But when you get finished, it's as simple as tidying it up. You can just stick your rope back through the hole, or you can leave it with a loop and sling it over your shoulder. However you like to do it. That's it. Holy crap.